Start.
Am I doing it?
It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes.
What
No
happened
one in
there?
the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Chris Cody,
What happened?
who's in charge,
He was
because
so close. So close to a
Chris
perfect
Cody,
game.
I don't think he's ever sat in that chair before. All I saw was him play the wrong sound and also say, "Am I starting us here?"
What?
Just
At least we're not live. We're having fun.
What are we doing here?
We're doing weekend observation.
Okay.
That's why the music is still playing.
Weekend observations brought to you by Miller Lights. 96 calories available for delivery. Dan, once upon a time, they were a major part of the college basketball landscape, winning 4 national championships since 1999. Tate George, Donyell Marshall, Jim Calhoun, Ray Allen, Richard Hamilton, Kevin Ollie, and of course, Jake Voskuhl. They went away for a while,
They did.
but after blowing out Gonzaga and advancing to their first Final Four since 2014, Dan,
Yep.
make no mistake about it.
Favorite.
The Yukon Huskies. What happened there? They are back. I'm excited about the Huskies. Are you?
No.
Speaking of back, on Thursday, the fastest game in the world returns. Baseball.
Yes.
It's back.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of back, LeBron James,
That's right.
just in time.
That's right. After seeing the LeBron James of foot specialist and having the fastest recovery, according to him, ever, according to
course.
doctors.
Yep. Dan, you know what the M in Dusty May stands for?
Miracle?
March.
Oh, yeah. Even better.
Come on.
Find for me before the end of the show today, please, who his family had in that bracket.
Speaking of finding things, has
Did you get-
anyone found Mercedes Lewis yet? Find them.
Did you
The missing piece.
need an answer before we get out of here
I
today?
texted FAUPR. It's the weirdest text I've ever sent. Hey, it's Billy from the Dan Le Batard Show. Weird question. When Coach was on today, we asked when his family eliminated FAU. Any chance he can get us that answer today before the show's over?
Is there any reason we don't use phones anymore? Just call them. Call
Nah.
them. Pick up.
It's embarrassing.
Talk to a human being.
It's a busy time.
So text them.
Yep. Gonzaga.
They're not even going to understand that because you didn't say brackets. They're not even going to understand the text.
To be honest with you, it was a lot longer, but I'm reading on air, which is always dangerous. So I'm like, let me just get to the point
so
here.
tough reading
no
on
one's going to double check me, but double checked.
Gonzaga. Do it in the tourney. Just trying to make sure everyone is as prepared as I am for opening day on Thursday. Jan Gomes is a Cub. So is Eric Hosmer.
This will be fun. Yes,
Haas.
we're gonna discuss. We're gonna discover all sorts of baseball players in new uniforms.
Adam Sandler won the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Did I miss something on Twain?
The H in humor is one of the things you missed there.
But how about Twain? Did you know he was like a laugh a minute? I mean,
Put it on the poll, Juju. Was Mark Twain a laugh a minute? It's the best award in comedy, I think.
but why? I'm asking. Did I miss something on
Mark,
Twain?
Mark Twain did write funny things.
Okay, if you say so. American Airlines pilot. I don't know what happened to me there.
Reading.
Oof. Rough one. American Airlines pilot trying to sell me on a credit card that gives me 50,000 bonus miles with a personal story of his dad getting the card, buying a pack of cigarettes, and getting a free round trip to Hawaii. Pilot, do me a favor. Fly the plane. Heaters. The Big Island.
Aviator MasterCard.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't need my pilot to be a salesperson or a storyteller.
He
for
was
that
all
matter.
in.
Don't need your parents' story.
Oh, my God. Mark Few. Forget about advancing. Congratulations on surviving. He made it. Justin Turner, Red Sox. How about that? That is amazing. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. When you land, you are halfway to your destination. Fix it. Dan, I've been on the tarmac longer than I've been in the air.
That airport is so giant.
It's ridiculous. And it drives over a bridge. Have you seen that? You're like driving down the street and a plane comes over you on a bridge. Place is crazy. You got pilots selling you credit cards. Anyway. Croissant flakes. Easily in my top 5 foods.
What? Wait a minute. What?
Croissants. A croissant.
Okay.
A nice little croissant.
Okay. Sorry. You're
What did I say?
beginning to slur.
Well, listen, I told you right around now what happened. It's happening. Late night. March. Anyway, top 5 foods that I like that come with a minor consequence.
I get what you mean now. The croissant flakes. I get them on the top when you crush
If
them.
it's too flaky, it
Yes.
gets all over your
All over your
pants,
clothes,
everywhere.
yes.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
Was it a confusing premise for you?
No, because I didn't understand what he said at the beginning. I was like, what are
Croissant
croissants?
is number 5.
Yes, of course.
Number 4, Cool Ranch Doritos. Bad breath for days.
Put it on the poll, Juju. Do Cool Ranch Doritos give you bad breath for days? Also, does Roy have bad breath?
No.
Number 3, ice cream. There you go, Chris. Shits the entire next day.
You're lactose intolerant.
Dan, I've told you before, I'll tell you again. It's not ice cream unless I'm shitting the entire next day.
Put it on the poll, Juju. Is it not ice cream unless you're pooping the entire next day?
Number 2, Cheetos. Orange fingers. And number 1, funnel cake. With the sugar all over the pants, you know?
It's a good
It's
list.
delicious, though.
The powdered donuts also, or beignets are tough there.
Yep. Mike Moustakis. Colorado Rocky.
Really?
Moose. Jarring.
It is jarring.
Boston Bruins. Just so we're clear, your historic season means nothing if you don't hoist the cup. The Bees. Brandon Belt. Dan,
No.
get ready.
No.
Get ready.
No, he's got to be with the Giants.
He's a Blue Jay.
No. What? No.
Trying to get you ready.
He's been with the Giants for 400 years.
Yeah. Don't know about you, Dan, but I'm not going to rest until Jim Larinaga gets his much-deserved statue in whatever building the Hurricanes play in. He deserves it, and I'm not going to rest until he gets one. Same way I haven't rested since Dwayne Wade hasn't got one. How about that?
No, you said you wouldn't rest if he went to Cleveland in making sure he never got one
Oh.
in Miami. If
Does he
left.
have one?
He does not.
I got UD that section this weekend.
We will ask Larinaga whether he deserves a statue in about 20 minutes.
Isaiah Wong, odd name. Top 5 odd names in sports history. I'm just pointing out odd names. That's all. I don't know what you're doing. You're making faces. You're doing this, that with your hands. I'm just pointing out odd names. Isaiah Wong, number 5. Number 4, Tariq Cohen. Number 3, Anthony Schwartz.
Good, there's 5 of these.
Number 2, Dean Windass. Go on. Number 1, Khalil Green.
No, Dick Trickle.
Oh, I forgot.
Milton
We're Dick
Bradley.
Paul. Yeah.
Real upset. there.
Watch out for the Warriors. Joey Gallo is a Twinkie. The Twinkie, Dad. Last week I told you the Panthers signed Adam Thielen.
When did Joey Gallo become a Minnesota Twin?
Off season, I presume. And this week, I'm telling you, they signed DJ Shark. What did I tell you, Dan? Things are starting to happen in Carolina. Kansas State, Michigan State, one for the ages. I get goosebumps when Bill Raftery starts talking about someone's ticker. Raft. By the way.
It's Chark, by the way. He's not an animal.
Whatever. If Raft says you have a ticker, you know what you have? A ticker. Dan.
I don't even. What does that mean?
He talks about people when they have
Never
heart.
mind.
He says they have a ticker.
I know. I understand.
The kiss.
Yeah.
Dan, you know what Jim Spanarkel is?
An unusual name.
He is college basketball. He's a lifer.
Put it on the poll, Juju. Is Jim Spanarkel college basketball?
Ben DiNucci did what Ben DiNucci does. FAU has kind of blown up the experienced guard play theory. They have no experience. Yet here they are 2 games away from a natty. Lefty jumpers just look better. FAU men's basketball is one of the great mysteries in the history of sports. FAU motto, defend paradise. If your definition of paradise is a bunch of gated communities and a cheesecake factory, then I guess FAU is indeed paradise. Going to be interesting to hear how Dusty May explains his way around leaving paradise. Dan, you know what the F in FAU stands for?
I do not.
Final Four. Did someone inform the 4 kids from Harlem on Kansas State that the Manhattan they were going to wasn't right up the road? It was in Kansas? Something to ponder.
They tricked them.
Yeah. Kansas State coach Jerome Tang. At least you didn't make it about yourself. Jose Abreu is an Astro. Dan, you know what the J in Jordan Miller stands for?
I do not.
Jim Nance's tie. If the Canes win the national championship, the rings should have John Ruiz's face on it.
Put it on the poll, Juju. If the Canes win the national championship, should the rings have John Ruiz's face on it?
A confused nation watching FAU take on the University of Miami a week from today.
Very low ratings on that game.
For all the marbles, collision course. The Bruins have 119 points. What the hell?
Yeah.
Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations.